Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we're jumping back into Peaky Blinders. This is season 3, episode 4. The Shelby family trying to go straight never works out for you. Just you're criminals, you're gangsters. Just accept it. Then maybe you'll live a happy life.
I'm just ready, willing, and able to see Arthur as a father figure.
Oh, Arthur's got a baby on the way. Michael's trying to step things up and be the gangster that's in his blood, but we'll see. It looks like Tommy's got some other plans for the family.
Yes, folks, I have finally accepted that Grace is gone.
I'm sorry, Dave.
I get it. Way to go, Steven. Let's go!
Life can be hectic, right? Between work, family, and finding time to unwind, it can be hard to meal prep. And let's be honest, when you're short on time, eating healthy often feels impossible. I remember the weeks when I'd be so busy recording and streaming for YouTube that I'd skip meals or settle for fast food. I know, not my best. I wanted to eat better, but didn't have the time to plan and shop and prep every meal. Then I found Factor, and now I can fuel up with my Factor meals, even on my busiest days. Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. With over 35 meals to choose from each week, including options like keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and more, there's something for everyone. Factor now offers loads of snack options like breakfast, smoothies, juices, small bites, and more to keep me going no matter what's on the schedule. Plus, with no grocery shopping, cooking, or cleanup, Factor gives you back more time for the things you love. Head to our link to get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box, plus 20% off your next month of orders with code BAD50.
Look at that.
Look at this. Oh,
It just
makes you hungry.
Yum.
8K right there. That's extra high definition.
Oh, that was wicked how they did that with the eye.
These intros.
Across the track.
No blaze orange on these guys.
No orange, no glasses to help them see a little bit clearer.
They got their coats on.
Where secrets line the border.
Nothing for ear protection? I mean, I don't know.
Man, you know you're never coming back.
Oh, who drew the short straw that had to walk and put...
The step.
Now you know who that is.
There's a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a
Red right hand.
Well, that was your left hand.
I know it was my left,
But on
singing for the right.
they're reading the way they're watching. It's
Finn, come here.
Good
Friday.
Oh, what is it? This letter says her dad's dead.
Oh,
Tommy Flanagan.
you thought he was gonna be back.
He was in Boston in a bar called the Mickey Free. Two men waiting in an alley. He was shot twice. There's Rosie Ross. So fucking whore. She's a woman who took the trouble to write to us. She wanted us to know that during the night, while he was dying, he asked for our forgiveness. The only thing he ever taught us was how to kill and cut a stag. The stag is to remember him, what he eats, and then we forget him. No need to forgive him, agreed?
Well, at least they're giving him a moment.
You can name your new baby after him if you like. No. Arthur, I won't even ask. So his name dies. It's been in the family for a long time, but now it's gone. Right, that's done. Good.
Yeah, we know how Tommy felt about him.
I wanted to say this out here, because I don't trust the maids in the house. There's going to be a robbery.
One last job.
And we're all
Tahiti.
to Tahiti.
I wish to confess.
There's no confession today.
The name Shelby.
She been drinking a little bit?
Are you saying you want to confess to a murder?
My confession is I feel no regret.
Oh.
He's a policeman.
Oh, yeah, he deserved it.
No, there is another life to be taken. The voice doesn't tell me. The voice asks me. It says, Paul, does this way of excusing a murder still work? He's a man of the cloth.
Oh.
He's a holy man.
I think we know who that is.
Kind of holy man.
Aunt Paul.
Well, that was intense.
The men are down there like lords.
Esme, just get on with it.
A bloody 5 months gone.
Race day.
Oh!
How do you know the paper cash combination?
Tommy talks in his sleep.
Shut up.
Yeah.
He's changed the combination.
You've put it in wrong.
No, I haven't.
Your hands are shaking.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
You shouldn't really be doing race day.
Except we don't sleep. It's hard to sleep bent over a desk, isn't it?
Ooh.
Happy?
We're just getting a lot of
Jeez,
truth here.
Tokyo when she's pregnant is bad, bad, bad.
Very bad.
And I think they threw that in there for a reason, too.
Assets bought with untraceable income resold and the profits reinvested to make sure it's clean.
And after that, I suppose, the whole business will be like that stag hanging up over there, right, Tom?
Well, with profits on this scale, we'll be in a position to stop the off-track business for good. Keep the pubs, stop the protection.
Yeah, just...
I made a promise to Charles's mother.
I also made a promise to Linda.
I can see it in your eyes, man. Part of the reason for doing this last job is so you'll be set up.
One last job.
Look at you, Arthur. A man who wants to live a clean life. Here you are signing up for the biggest robbery of all. I have to hand it to you, Tom. You're a smart man.
You in or out, Charlie?
Are you in?
I'm fucking in.
Or are you out?
Should have killed Stag coming. Oh, shut up. Bad luck. Shut up. How do we know this foolish?
Someone calling out the bad luck.
Right.
Damn it, Curly. I hope
Let's
you're
cook some
wrong.
meat.
Some tasty meats. Don't cook it too long. It'll get a little dry.
I brought sandwiches and lemonade, maybe so. I'll make tea in empty ashtrays, but I won't handle money or slips. Arthur says what you do here is illegal, but not immoral.
Oh, Linda, if you want to be a help, run up to the shops and get me 20 senior service. Lizzie'll give you the change.
No, I won't. Actually, I'll use my own money, Polly. Before you ladies decide to find me so amusing, I have a message for you. All the female factory workers in the city are joining the protest in sympathy. All oppressed female workers welcome. Them bastards down there shooting deer. Me 5 months gone, sat here like a... between the lot of us. Not consulted. Bent over a f***ing death.
Open the fucking door.
Oh, I love it.
Go to the ballroom.
Hallelujah!
What a gangster.
They got a good shot of Aunt Paul.
We're finally getting a shot like this of the ladies. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, we've kind of got some shots of Paul like that, but no.
Not like this.
Not like
that.
exactly like this.
Here
Because this is like how the guys were going to battle when they had the machine gun.
That's great. They finally got one.
The hell with it.
Not in the mood today.
What a lover.
I'm sorry I came unannounced.
What do you want?
You said the priest is a traitor.
If he's involved, I'm out. He needs to die.
Are you always so violent?
Killed a stag today, and it hurt me to do it.
I've promised I would do everything I can to make this plan work. My aunt assumed you would want me as part of the deal.
She does.
Oh, you ain't gonna believe this, man. I just phoned the garrison, right? I just spoke to Billy. He says Polly, Esme and Lizzie have gone off f***ing strike.
Who's watching the shop?
Polly's locked it up.
See, Good Friday's one of our best days for taggings. All the men get drunk. The races are all fixed. It's like picking apples off the lowest branches. Hey, John?
Yes.
This is very easy.
Was Linda with them?
You know, Billy said that Polly jumped in the ball ring.
Linda's a smart woman.
That does not sound good coming like that from him.
The lady will have to spend the night. Then I want you and the boys to all go home and put them with Arthur and Linda for the night so they can use the practice.
You want to put a nail?
Yeah. You heard me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Double. Instead of just asking her to spend the night.
I want to tell neither of us can change our minds.
There you go. You ask and you shall receive. Oh, there we go.
There's your answer.
Oh, the smoothness.
It's just like how previous episodes they didn't have the heat
Look at
on.
this.
Oh no, is she gonna get stuck? Okay.
Uh-oh.
What?
Told you, stay off the snow till the baby's born.
It does go passive.
Passes the time.
Listen, I want to buy that house. Big as Tommy's and more land. If you feel cooped up, take a wagon, camp out by the ditch. It's all going to change, isn't it?
One last job.
One last job. So that was interesting.
This is not where you slept with your wife.
She ride horses.
I would need to open my legs in a public place, and that is not allowed.
You drink whiskey?
No.
That line.
So, diamonds are your only love, eh? Sapphires.
They're just the currency. Isabella does that sometimes. I swear she put one of the biggest sapphires into her body for pleasure. Just with it still in place.
And it stays in there all day.
What is your weakness?
Talking about duchesses with sapphires inside of them.
Think I already know your weakness.
Lerv.
Oh.
I have a message for you, Mr. Shelby. As a duchess, I can show you what is possible for a man like you. Right now, you hide inside it like a boy who's broken in through the window. Why do we come to a bedroom for this?
Oh boy.
It's a loaded weapon.
We could by the fire with the maid standing to attention and watching, huh?
You have power. Everyone does what you tell them to do.
Oh, that's enough. Give me the fucking gun.
You don't like something, you say stop and it stops.
Oh boy.
There's madness inside your head too, I can see that. Let the Duchess show you something.
Wow, was this intense?
Yeah, this picked up real quick.
You don't get involved in crazy.
Oh no, Russian roulette?
Chamber, except for one bullet. This is a game we used to play. Watch.
Do not do this. No.
Done.
Don't do this.
Give me that egg.
Oh, there was one.
Get to fucking bed. No!
I already called a maid.
Jeez.
Tom.
You are afraid, like a boy who's broken in through the window. I need to educate you on how to run a house like this. Yes, come down. Pour us a drink.
Man.
Oh, man.
You go back to bed, please. This woman was drunk.
It's all right, sir. Should I pour whiskey?
Oh!
If there's a call after midnight, the maid who comes in is the one in love with the master, but she isn't.
This is fucking Russia!
Please, Mary, go back to bed.
Right by the picture of Grace.
Oh, wow.
It's like she's looking down. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, what a shot that was.
I know your weakness, Tommy. It's freedom, madness, killing.
Oh, wow.
I am the first one who understands you.
I understand that was a game she was trying to play so she can get those answers, but
the Russian roulette was pretty intense. Yeah, very.
What proof do you have that the priest is a spy?
I told you. I give you my word.
And kill him. From now on, you must do everything that you want to do.
I don't know if he should without official word, but hey, fuck it. It's good. It's great for the story if he does it anyway.
Oh, well, no, he has to have this.
Mary, she's gone for a walk by the river.
The lady left, sir.
Left? How?
She took your car. She was in a terrible hurry. She said she had your permission. She told David to go to the garage to get a new tyre for the Bentley. She said you could use that.
Why the hell would you listen to her, eh?
The way she said it, sir.
I like the pictures of him and the horse.
The way she said it.
Kind of reminded me of the Dark Knight Rises when he's trying to get his Lambo back. Oh, your wife took it.
Yeah. That looks good, doesn't it, Tommy?
Doing the old look back, walk away. That's not too shabby. Bentley.
That's how you know you got a nice ride.
That was she, Tom. Talkative, yeah. I was working, all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stefan Redicheski. He's a kid from Crete, lives in Cheltenham. Dad's Russian. He has dreams of owning a pub, but he's got a record.
And he speaks Russian?
Yeah.
Get to him, tell him who we are, offer him some money if he gives the kid a job on the ass. So, wait. Talk to the kid, offer him one of the pubs. We took off the Italians. If he works in the house for 4 weeks, keeps his ears open. All right? Come.
Done deal.
Look at that.
The Executive Committee of the Union of Bookies and Allied Trades will see you now, sir.
I heard you were giving speeches off the back of a wagon, Paul.
I can't remember. The crowd round me was bigger than the crowd round Jessie Eden.
Who's Jessie Eden?
She's a new best friend. Shop steward at the Lucas factory.
A woman shop steward, I've heard of her.
There's a leaflet here if you want to take a look, Tommy.
So, separate lavatory, is that it? Is that what you want? I don't know what you want, so you have to tell me what it is that you want, and then I'll know.
Actually, I know about the robbery you're planning. Not the factory robbery. The other one. The one you're not telling the women about.
John has a big mouth.
No. Arthur's got a big mouth. Arthur told Linda. Linda told me.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're not just going to take payment from the Russians, are you, Tommy? You're going to clean them out, is that right?
Esme.
So, what happens after, when they come for us? When I'm about to give birth?
Get out. Get back to work.
Esme, come on.
Keep us posted, won't you, sister?
I will.
What a mess Tommy's in.
Sounds Linda everything, eh?
She's stolen his soul and taken it to a better place. The suburbs. Just Lizzie.
Yeah, but I can't trust Esme. I can't trust the fucking Russians to pay me what they owe me. And I can't trust my own brother to keep his fucking mouth shut.
Did you make progress last night?
Yes.
John said the girl looks like Edna Purviance from the picture.
She's an excellent source of information regarding the location of the merchandise.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm working, Paul. I'm working for the good of the company.
It's working. It's just...
Make bad choices. I know. I did it myself.
Look, no more marches. No more fucking politics. It can kill us. All right? Joke or no joke.
Did you tell Arthur about the priest?
I only told you.
Thanks for the burden.
It's not like she didn't go tell.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You were correct not to talk over the phone. What did she say?
She said there was going to be a killing. A holy man.
A grandsire.
And she was with the Shelbys, was she?
Oh, the slow motion walk.
With the light behind
Stained
him.
glass behind him. Oh, yeah.
Dude, this last 10 minutes has been wild. Oh, boy. Oh. What is Tommy going to do here? See, dude, they leave off with Linda's looks in some scenes, man.
Arthur believes when this business is done, it'll all be over. Arthur believes you, but I don't.
Linda, the people who have hired us to rob the factory are very bad people. They'll not pay us as they've promised. So on the night of the robbery, we will take what is ours from their treasury.
And a bit more on top for luck.
If you're saying you're going to stop Arthur, I need to know.
That'll be Arthur's decision.
Ooh.
To the absolute degree of redemption.
Well, Arthur will walk away from this with £30,000. We made a deal. And afterwards, you and Arthur can begin your new life.
That's not happening.
She doesn't want the dirty money.
Did you say 30,000? Arthur said the estimated total proceeds would be 150,000.
Estimated, yes.
A third of 150 is 50.
A third.
The three brothers, Finn is not yet a man.
At our expenses.
25,000, you said.
As of last night, the expenses increased. We need to dig a hole.
Arthur agreed to a plan with a figure of 25. 25 from 150 is 125. A third of that is £41,000. Sugar?
Wow.
Well, they should put her on the payroll. She seems like she's
I
aggressive.
think he had a moment of like,
All right, impressed.
So, you've worked this all out, I see. Linda, are you saying if it were
I've
41,000?
already told you. That'll be Arthur's decision. But I don't imagine he'll accept less than 41.
May I smoke?
No.
Oh, I thought he was going to light it up anyways, but he's being
I imagine you have some plans for your 41,000.
Yes. California. The child's health away from the smoke. We want to run a general store on an Indian mission. The Americans invite Quakers to do good work with the Indians. We've already sent our papers and have been accepted.
Wow.
there it is. There it is.
Yep.
Arthur will run the store. I will teach in the school next to it. Arthur will swim in the ocean. I will be on the beach with the towel. The open air and the sun will get rid of all the nonsense in his head from France.
That's some plan.
As you know yourself, the arrival of a new life concentrates the mind on practical things.
Amen to that.
She is just crushing
When
it.
is the child due?
September. When is the robbery?
June.
And the timing's perfect. Passage through the Panama Canal the day after the 41,000's paid to Arthur.
about
Did we
that.
agree 41,000, Linda?
I heard nothing to the contrary.
Just a conversation you actually needed.
Rather you put on that music that I hate.
Are we going mad in here, do you think?
Yes. We shouldn't have drunk red wine with the cake.
Oh, red wine with cake?
It's a good one. Good for the painting.
It's not a vow, it's just, I think when men want sex, they become hilarious. Like a dog, when you pick up a lead, and he knows he's going for a walk.
She wrong?
You haven't even picked up the bloody lead.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There.
That's the look.
That's the look. Imperious.
Oh, imperious. I got to write that one down.
Got his name
Bullet
on
with
it.
his name on it.
Oh, man. There's...
He's going to be ready for it, though.
Lie down with you.
Yeah, there's no way it's happening right now. No way.
Not in front of all those kids, or do you think?
In daylight.
Deep trouble.
No way.
You never walk into a place you don't know how to walk out of.
Oh, but the problem is he's expecting it.
Yep. But is he expecting it all the time?
It's not going to be him.
Yeah. No way you're getting out of this, Tommy. Is that brass knucks or just a punch? Oh! That sounds like brass knucks. That was really sloppy, Tommy.
Yep. Oh!
Oh.
Just break his arm?
Yeah, I think they did his arm in.
Did this just happen?
Oh.
Is this a bad dream?
No, it happened.
No, it's the time of the season where Tommy's got to be sloppy.
Yep. It's like Aunt Polly said, makes bad decisions when he's grieving.
Well, Aunt Paul's the one who... that's not a bad decision. That's Aunt Paul gave the guy the heads up.
Well, she gave a priest
Inadvertently heads up. Tommy should have taken him out from a distance, like GTA 5.
You nearly killed him. I told you we needed him fully conscious. We need to stop using soldiers who've been in India. They hit too hard.
Not fucking hard enough. Hey, Mr. Shelby, hey, I heard about your plan to kill a holy man from a voice in the confessional.
Can you hear us?
Christ.
Shelby.
You said grace.
Mr. Shelby, you trying to kill me, were you?
Flashing information.
He knows.
Where am I?
You are among the odd fellows. Please count from 10 to 1.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Adrenaline? Just probably didn't have it back then, but I'm just trying to think of something.
Whatever else you might have forgotten about last night, remember this. I am passing on information to the Soviet embassy on the instruction of Section D. It's part of a bigger picture.
Oh.
Explain to the Russians that you were mistaken about me and you apologized to me in front of them. The threat on your sister was evidently not enough. You do as we say.
Oh.
Section D.
We will take your son. We can do it at any moment. We have people in your life.
Linda.
You will make your apology to me tomorrow night, and you will repair the damage you've done, or you will never see your son again.
Holy shit. That's leaving him curled up into a ball.
As a former soldier yourself, you have sacked all of the former soldiers on the staff. It means there's only one man left in the household.
Mary, I wanted so that Charles is never left on his own. Understood?
Sir, I shall call a doctor.
There'll be some men coming down from Birmingham, and you put them up here in the house. You put them in the front and the back of the house. You feed them, and you...
Why are they needed, sir?
I brought a curse sapphire into this house, Mary. And now I'm paying for it.
Still a cursed sapphire.
Yep. So Dave to bring the car round and go to London.
Sir?
And get me some tea, Mary.
Yes, sir.
I still can't believe he thought that was going to work.
The only way it would have worked is if he would have taken him out from a distance. But what would that have screwed up with Section D?
Did John make a list? I said, did John make a list?
Gypsies and kin only. Yeah.
Good.
Tommy, can I ask you why? Tommy.
Nope.
No, he can't tell you anything, Arthur.
Hello?
It's me, it's Tommy. I need you to speak to one of your comrades and get me a meeting with someone from the Soviet embassy tonight. Your place at 10 p.m.
Oh. The Ritz. Oh, race day for Tommy. He had to get ready to go.
He didn't clean up, did he? He's still a mess.
Sorry, mate. I was a body on the line.
Drink, Mr. Shelby.
No, thank you. It was drink that caused half this trouble. I've come here to apologise.
I have already explained that you now realize that you're...
He's taking him right here, isn't he?
He's gonna do something.
Indeed.
And that your base nature made you rash.
Oh, he's going to have to play ball.
Oh my God, I'm heartily sorry for having...
Instead of God, say my name. Since 'twas me you offended with your false allegation.
He's pushing it.
Yeah, this is...
Father Hughes, I'm heartily sorry for having offended you.
Oh, it's... Oh, I can't believe Tommy's...
Very good. Thank you. Well, now that we are...
She knows.
Oh, yeah.
She knows.
Oh, easily.
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. I have to go. Good night.
Oh my God, Tommy.
Are they here?
Yeah?
Do you have cocaine?
No. Tommy? Tommy, this is the special advisor to the Soviet consul.
Holy shit.
I was of the British establishment. An exile of white Russians are planning to rob armored cars from a fry factory in Birmingham.
We know about the robbery. We have an informant.
No, your informant is working for them. They want you to know about the robbery.
Ваша семья работает на них. Они хотят, чтобы вы узнали.
This is...
Why would they want us to know?
They want you to stop the robbery. They want you to commit a violent act on British soil.
Tommy, do you want water?
Violent act on British...
На британскую территорию.
He's so beat up and concussed. Like...
Force the British government to break off diplomatic relations.
Что вы виновны правительство?
Whoa, there's a lot going on here.
The robbery in Birmingham was just the bait.
Why are you telling us this?
Because my family are the ones who will be sacrificed, which is hard to blow up the train.
The consul wants to know who you are.
He's Tommy Shelby. You can take his word.
He made it just in time before his body forced to stop on him.
It's wrong to not so laid out. If I'm not conscious when I get there, tell them I have a fractured skull.
That's what it was, not an arm.
Yeah.
Concussion.
I think I might have hemorrhaged.
Oh.
Be quick as I can't say.
Oh.
Except for you, Dad.
Except for you, Dad.
Wow. Oh, Tommy playing with the big dogs.
Oh, wow.
We've never seen Tommy in that position.
From bell to bell,
I mean-
what a great episode.
I mean, wow, we've seen Tommy close, you
Yeah.
know, to where he gets beat up or, you know, again, I think I may have said it even in the first or second season where Tommy gets in a little bit over his head and some things happen and he has to think on his feet. I mean, that whole finale that we had, what was that, the season 3 finale, or was it the opening to season 4, where we thought we were going to lose Tommy out in the field and things just happened to work out for him. So this is wild. This is what happens when Tommy's trying to run with the big dogs and just one last job and then we can go straight and everything will be fine. It's like you don't get to go and live a normal life when you're working with these people. You are there as long as you are useful to the higher ups. And I think Tommy's going to realize that hopefully now, before things get any worse for him. But the way he was going to try to take out the priest, it was a rash, sloppy decision, just like Aunt Paul said. And now granted, he didn't know what she did. I don't know what was behind her confessing the way she did other than guilt. I mean, she did what she did to Campbell, you know, a while back, and that was certainly justified in every way. but I'm curious as to how or why she was in the condition that she was, and she felt the need to go confess to the priest. So that was a little curious to me. I'm wondering if maybe it's something from a previous episode that I might have missed, because that's the one thing that not that I have an issue with, but everything hinged on that. That's the reason that we're in the situation that we are, and it just seemed kind of odd that Polly would do that. That being said, as usual with Peaky Blinders, action from start to finish. I did like a lot of the symbology, as some people would say, with Tommy and the Duchess and everything that was happening there. I thought the look that she was giving Tommy at the dinner table when he came in there all messed up was, are you going to do it here and now? That's kind of, it was either that was the look that she was giving him, or it was maybe Tommy's not capable of doing what I thought he was, and she was just in shock that the priest got the upper hand the way he did. So a lot of stuff going on. Of course, we had the painting of Grace looking down when Tommy and Duchess were in all that chaos, and it was really interesting. You know, we've seen Tommy on the back foot before, but it was interesting seeing a woman kind of put Tommy on the back foot like that, where he's totally out of control. And I think when you're dealing with quote unquote loose cannon like Tatiana is, it was like nothing Tommy's ever seen before. So, you know, again, as these seasons and episodes progress, it's like Tommy gets to a level and then he meets some bosses that are higher level. Yeah. He then has to match them, defeat them, and then go on to the next bigger step. The only thing that I'm wondering is, at what point does it end? I mean, because like I said, the way this is played out, Churchill, Section D, whoever, they can just get rid of Tommy when they're done with him. So he's got to have some kind of plan. I think like he was planning one more job, get out of here. Maybe they get to America, they try to go legit, whatever. But I mean, they can still reach out and get you whenever, wherever. And the fact that now there's a lot of kids out there makes things interesting. The last thing I'm going to end with is when the priest, our pal from House of the Dragon, Grandsire, said that we have people everywhere. I immediately thought Linda, only because she is the one thing that's different from everything else that the Shelbys are that has been introduced since all this kind of started to happen. I mean, obviously a little bit beforehand she met Arthur, but it just seems like that's the one thing that changed. And the way that she talks to Tommy and doesn't take anything, she definitely has no fear of Tommy or anybody else. So I find that kind of curious, and it almost makes me wonder if she's the mole. But I could be wrong. It could be the maid for all I know. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, we saw that right away. Like, even he asked, hey, can I smoke in your house? Nope. Like, it seems like she rules even that relationship too with an iron fist, and Arthur tells her everything, to which in turn Linda knows everything, then tells the rest of the ladies. As we saw, they did a walkout, which was fun to see them have their moment of walking out, walking down the street. I mean, Paul's smoking on the cig, he had the hats on, everyone. But how about Esme, though? 5 months pregnant, she's doing the race day, and then we saw that when she heard the combination, she was going back in. And good thing John was there to catch her, and he even said, hey, I thought we discussed it, not till after the baby was born, but you can tell that how she was brought up as being a gypsy, she feels caged up, which you totally understand. So I can see why she wants more than what she's been presented, because she's always there. She even's like, 5 months in my own pudding, and I'm here doing all this paperwork while they're out hunting deer. And so you see that she wants more, and John even promised her that's how much they're looking to this final last score.
Solve everybody's problem.
Solve everyone's problem. Linda, said we're going to California. We're gonna have a shop, and we're gonna have a little school, and that's what our lives are gonna be. And then you have Tatiana, that's just a straight up loose cannon. I mean, she was doing Russian roulette, as you pointed out, just putting the foot right on Tommy, like saying, this is what we're going to do right now. There's nothing you can do about it. But I still love the fact that Tommy had to put a nail in her tires so that way they couldn't change their minds, just like how he didn't have the heat in the house when he met with the business partner. So that way they could have some fun together as well. But this episode, and then we find out, yes, he was sloppy with Father Hughes, but we saw that they're just part of a smaller picture, that there's actually a bigger play happening, as we saw in the closing moments, that, this is leading towards the ending of like
the governments
splitting, having peaceful negotiations, and this was their way of putting a stop to it by having something like that happen on their soil. So like, as small as what Tommy was trying to do and why they would want to sabotage, there's a reason behind it, and so that way we can have these two countries that at ends again. And damn it, if it wasn't for that cursed sapphire, and he still brought it up again when he's sitting hunched over after getting his skull cracked, as Diamond Dave went back and we watched it.
Yeah, because we were wondering what that
guy
was.
Pushing. Yeah, I thought it was a broken arm. If it's in the cut, I was like, did he break his arm? And we're like, I think so. No, we saw as Diamond Dave replayed it. Wow, it was someone just pushing on his head up against the wall, and Donzo. And like you said, he said he had a concussion at the end, and hopefully he can recover. So like, what is he gonna do now? Because now, like you said, he's going up another boss level. So how is he going to compete with that moving forward?
I think another huge, thing we have going on with the plot here is that if this robbery whole thing is going south, this giant payday that they're using. This is why
get him out.
This is why I don't think that Arthur's wife is involved. She's sitting here negotiating a payday.
Yeah.
So either that's a big.
Well, that's the role she would do, though, if she was.
She's either trying to create a diversion, like, how can we get Tommy to not suspect us? Well, talk about how you need more money, talk about stuff like that. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think she wants the money. She wants to go to America. I think that's her legitimate plan. I don't think she knows anything about it. I get what you're saying. What's the change?
One thing that changed?
But look, everybody's paying off everybody the whole way. He got rid of all the military or the ex-soldiers that were working for him because he wondered if they were the ones being paid off, and who knows? We thought that when Campbell came to town, he wanted all the bad cops out, and half the cops are on the payroll, and he was on. I mean, it was So there's been
worse than they were.
You never really know who to trust in this in this world. So. I don't know that Tommy following the priest was as sloppy as you guys are kind of making it out to be. I just think, look, and Paul gave the guy the heads up. He had no way of knowing. He thought he'd be able to follow him around, and generally speaking, would the priest be walking around everywhere to a bathroom with protection? Probably not. I think in most circumstances, look, Tommy was pretty bold. Looked like it was some sort of church event or something like that. There's a lot of people around, kids around, and so, I don't think it was quite carelessness as much as it was, Aunt Paul just putting him in a bad situation. As far as her confessing, maybe she felt guilt for taking a life and needed to get it off her shoulders.
Well, she admitted that she doesn't feel regret.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. I mean, she wanted to talk about it more or less, but. In any regards, I mean, my question is, like, everybody's got to know what's going on. If Aunt Paul just said, we're here to take out a holy man, and that priest immediately knew it was this guy, I mean, it's a lot of webs that are kind of
talking
interweaved here. But yeah, look, the situation's real bad with, I didn't think it was going to go as high as, the government. Obviously, we knew earlier on Winston Churchill was involved, stuff with the IRA and things like that. But this is like, if they want a hostile act on British soil.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, this is going real high up. And then, like you said, they were just gonna kind of use the Shelbys as pawns to kind of help carry all this out, to be able to put the wheels in motion. So another really great episode. I loved that scene with Aunt Paul and all the ladies walking out. I mean, because we've gotten those just like gangster shots of all the Peaky Blinders, and throughout these first 3 seasons. And obviously they've put the ladies in very high positions here. We've seen Paul, we've seen Ada, we've seen Esme. Of course, we've seen Grace. I'm forgetting her name. His past love interest with the horses. May. So
greater than
they've
Grace.
and with Tatiana in this episode, they've put women in incredibly important roles throughout the course of this series, but they haven't quite made them look as badass as they have here. So I like that. I loved the interaction. Look, the painter is like one of my favorite characters on this.
He just drops in, you know.
He's so energetic. They throw in those scenes, and the line about men wanting to party, being like dogs, getting
ready for
excited
a
when
leash.
The leash, or a lead as they say there in the UK. That was such a hilarious line, and his character, it's like in and out, but it adds so much to the series. So another incredible episode, and another episode where start to finish, just not a minute that didn't need to be here. Incredible writing. I feel like look, on this channel, we're gonna watch shows that are good, right? People, in the polls on Patreon, recommendations, just shows that we know to be good through everyday pop culture and social media and ratings and reviews and stuff like that. But right now, between watching Peaky Blinders and going through Penguin, it's like we are being so spoiled right now with just incredible writing, and this show is no different.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Dave. I feel like Linda has zero to do with it. She has her own agenda, which is getting Arthur the hell out of the Peaky Blinders dirty business, and where they said go to California. They do give moments of some different shots of her facial expressions that make you question or doubt some kind of level of what she's actually trying to do. But to me, it's zero ties to what just happened to Tommy. Zero, as a matter of fact. I'll keep saying zero because nothing so far has led me to believe that she is tied in with him. Because again, she was very specific with a number.
41,000.
Why wouldn't she try to blackmail him for more? If that was the case, because she knows that these guys, in this hypothetical of yours, she knows that these guys could crush the Peaky Blinders in probably 2 seconds. So why not say, well, actually, Arthur's probably going to take the 150. You need to figure out what you're going to do for yourself. If she was going to be that greedy. But no, she was like, here, this is what we need. Here's where we're going to go. Doesn't expose her to anything.
Well, if she says, I want the whole 150 and you're getting
doesn't
nothing?
mean it's tied into him, though.
Yeah.
That's not going to lead into the priest, is what I'm trying to say.
Why wouldn't Tommy just take her out then?
Dude,
he doesn't want
I don't know what.
Arthur.
I have zero clue. Maybe we need to go into deeper thought about what you really thought that conversation was with Linda and Tommy there, because that was Linda leveraging herself for a better rightful 1/3 payout. So that way her and Arthur can go.
Right.
But that was under the pretenses prior to this devastating blow for the whole train robbery, because now that shit ain't happening. The beginning conversation of them having to leave the dirty business, that's off the table now, because this whole robbery was based on them. John Boy going over here, Arthur going over here, Tommy just doing clean business. Gone. That's all gone.
Well, and to get the money, they have to rob the Russians. Like, that's what they're counting on. Tommy was already figuring on not being paid, and that they would have to break in through that tunnel.
Business. But now that to me, what I took out of this, everything that everyone was planning for a cleaner life is now gone. So, which
one big shot.
I mean, that's probably why we got season 4, 5, and 6, right?
Probably.
The priest. The levels that they keep giving him of the boss is interesting too, because I feel like they've done pretty good job so far of like having Tommy get one special just ass whooping from these final bosses, we'll say, for this, because you got season 1, season 2, which was season 2 started off with just a banger, and now
I mean, look, he's been through the ringer before. Let's not forget he had razors put inside of his mouth previously.
That's what I mean. He's been getting his ass whooped for one special moment. It just depends on where that special moment's coming in the season. that skull fracture and the hemorrhaging, the concussion and everything else that he was listing off at the end there makes a ton of sense of why he was trying to rush before his body completely just gave out to make sure the information was passed. So at first I was like, why is he? Because I didn't know the fractured skull until he said it.
I watched it.
Again, I was like, where is this coming from? Even though they clearly showed her, right? With him getting his skull pressed.
I've just
but
never, it's, and I'm sure
that
people
was
are going
new
to
to
be in
me.
the comments like, well, they were pushing it, but I've never seen that in any movie where somebody's head is being pushed and then you hear an actual cracking or
not saying it couldn't
popping
happen.
sound.
Yeah, I mean,
but just never seen
We've
it
just
done.
never seen it. Yeah.
I thought it was just to keep pressure pinned.
The Vice spoilers.
So let's haven't seen it.
So again, I mean, again, a lot happened. You got the Aunt Paul and the women. That was a pretty cool shot of them finally getting a walk down in the slow-mo. The only thing it missed was a bunch of fire in the background.
Sparks.
Like we had always see when they walk through the foundry and stuff.
The foundry, and then very little to do with the brothers in here. They had their quick little hits, and then
with the father
was off. Yeah, the father news, another off-camera, dilemma of the story that kind of happened. Not that he needed to be on camera because they gave us the one time with him, but
probably the least we've had of Michael so far in a while as well.
This was
episode.
since he's.
Yeah, it was a night off for him. Yeah. At the read table, he was out of there.
But again,
one line.
Yeah, again, I know I'm missing some other stuff, but they covered it pretty good. Banger of an episode, very, very impactful for me because of the situation that we just saw Tommy. And like, I felt like this was like a slow build until like probably halfway, and then it was just like a straight up roller coaster, freaking outstanding ride. So.
And remember, freedom, madness, and killing is what she said that Tommy feared, and when she was playing with his piece.
I mean,
running around the house.
Kind of not wrong.
That was very, and like you could see it in his face, like hold on, because you don't know what could happen if it goes off. Or something.
Real quick too. That's what I wanted to hit. At that, because I got sidetracked with your stuff. I really feel like Tommy wasn't expecting at all of that conversation to happen with Linda the way it did, which I feel like he gained a little bit more respect.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I wonder if he was viewing it more as like, okay, she's divisive. She's really trying to split this up, or however you want to view that. But when Tommy actually got to her to have that conversation, and she was just,
and she laid it down.
Boom.
Yep.
I was like, maybe Tommy thought of a position for her too.
That's one of a couple things that I thought is, one, Tommy's like, wow, I need to give her a position because she is sharp. And the other thing that I felt like maybe in the back of his head, he's like, wow, she's actually probably really good for Arthur, because Arthur's just a loose cannon. He's got a lot of his issues, and she's the one who's making solid decisions, has a plan, which doesn't sound like Arthur's had much of a plan other than wanting to own a pub. Has a plan, whatever, and even part of her plan is, look, hey, let's try to get him to California and a place where he can put France behind him. I mean, so it's not just this controlling thing. I want to tell Arthur how to live his life. She seems like she has his best interest in mind, and kind of a laid out plan. Hey, you'll be a shop owner.
Until that first unsatisfied customer starts lipping off to him, then the old Arthur's gonna come right back.
It's funny that you just mentioned that, because I was just thinking of like, oh, the customer's not always right.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem that I kind of have with Linda's character, is that she came in off screen. We don't know how a guy like Arthur and somebody like Linda meet up, fall in love, and she has these let me finish. And she has these grand plans of changing this guy, because she just kind of came in. It doesn't fit. Like, those two would never meet up, and that's why I'm very skeptical of Linda's character and that she was placed in there from the start. That's why I think that. Plus, I don't think she would want the $41,000 because she didn't even want to take the money with all the ladies to go buy 20 of whatever it was that Aunt Paul wanted. She said, I'll spend my own money, as in like, I don't want your dirty gambling money. So I found that very curious as well.
You ever seen the movie The Breakfast Club? Have you seen The Breakfast Club?
Of course I have.
Have you watched any? Guy, we're on a fucking movie reaction channel, and you're gonna sit here with a straight face and try to. I can't wrap my head. And yes, I'm going this direction with you.
We didn't see it.
I can't wrap my head around why
wants
the
to
good
fix 'em.
straight-laced girl would try to get together with the bad boy. How does this work? And guy, we see that every day in real
How
life.
would she even meet him? They don't even go in the same
Don't you
town.
remember the end of season 2? The end of season 2, Arthur wanted to be better and be a better person. So he probably went to church one time and met her.
100 movies and TV shows every year that pair up the bad boy with the good girl. God knows how they get together. There's
I'm
a
gonna
million
fix 'em.
different ways. Thank you.
I do feel though.
It's just all of a
heavy
sudden
death.
there she is.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna die a bad death. I do because she has this. She
Come on,
has
this
the
show?
plans. Yeah, she has the plans.
Is Arthur like the Peaky Blinders Daryl Dixon? We can't
No
let this guy be
happiness.
happy. You know, we can't let this guy be too happy.
Well, right now, from what I've been told from the comments, is that Tommy can't be happy, but I'm pretty sure Arthur is a close second.
None of the Peaky Blinders can be happy.
Nobody can be happy.
John Boy and Michael so far have had
far.
happy lives. I think Arthur is going to get devastated by this, and he'll go into some spin. But Tommy's trying to constantly keep the ship right, but he gets a little bit of ego. Like to me, this was sloppy of Tommy to go ahead and just think he could do this in broad daylight because in the earlier they were showing us maps. Now, granted, I get it. You have to kind of map out a robbery like they were going to do. But I feel like this was just a fuck it. I'm gonna go do it today kind of thing.
right now.
Well, I think he was also. I think,
but I know he's keeping stuff close to his chest.
But I think part of that was also him. I don't want to say taking the advice, but going on what Tatiana had said. Tatiana's like, just go do it. You know, like almost hyped him up.
That could easily be
like
that.
almost hyped him up for it. Like if you're gonna do it, do it. And look, that's a pretty bold statement if you do it in a public setting at what appeared to be some sort of church event.
Yeah.
I mean, it
could have been just a random church day though too.
It could have been.
Kids are just playing because it looked like it was a.
But the
party.
fact that they show the kids, I think the fact that they show the kids running around and stuff sets it up to be sort of a brazen act.
like Face Off.
That and let's not forget, season 2 and how that ended. Right, he did that where there was literally a race day, not a Tokyo race, but or Tokyo day, but literally a race day, and they did all that damage. But that was also planned out.
Yeah, they planned everything out for that.
To me, maybe I just totally missed something. To me, that felt sloppy. So I'm going to lean on you to tell me I'm wrong, and then get your perspective so I can learn from.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can go both ways with it. I think you can take that perspective, which I agree with you on, Dave. I think he was sloppy, and Aunt Polly even said as much, that he makes those kinds of decisions when he's grieving. Or I think you can very easily go the route of Tatiana got to him a little bit and he's like,
probably
hell with it, I'm going to do it. So it could go either way, I'm sure. All I think is that there's no happy ending for the Peaky Blinders because as soon as the government's done with them, squish, you're done.
Remember, he was kept alive for a reason, but
we got 3 more seasons.
Yeah. Well, you know who's not sloppy is Bad Medicine because we've been loving this show. Hopefully you're loving it with us. So for Appleton Oak,
Can't trust Linda.
That's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.